here today with Nathan Newman from Deficit.
Hey guys,
Nathan,
how you doing?
hey, great. How are you doing?
I'm great.
That's
Thank you
great.
for asking.
Thank you so much for being here.
That's all right.
I'm really excited
Anytime.
to have you here today. Um, I brought you here today because of your gig at the Bright Side
Yep.
from the Ocean Sleeper Christmas special.
Did you have fun?
Oh my god, it was one of the best gigs of the year.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. I think someone dislocated a knee.
Yeah.
I think my friend got concussed.
Yeah. Right.
It was
Okay.
It was pretty crazy. What are your thoughts on the gig? How do you guys think it went?
Definitely the best show. Oh, one of the best shows we've played this year. Brisbane just brings that energy. Like, even like our whole career, like playing shows, like Brisbane's always been a highlight. To be able to end the year on a Brisbane show. Oh, hello, Kat. In Brisbane and like get that kind of reception, like it was awesome. It was yeah, definitely the best show of the year.
Yeah. So that violence that came out of the crowd. Do you think
Yeah, I know.
that's like a compliment to you guys?
Obviously, hope the dude's all right. Like,
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he's fine.
yeah,
And like that's what you want from
Yeah.
a metal gig, no?
yeah,
Like,
like
you're looking to get beaten up.
yeah, like if we
That's what I'm
can
looking for, at
deliver
least.
that, like it's like the best feeling. Like yeah, like someone got hurt, like sure, but and that's not great. But it's also like we've kind of done our job. We're the heavy band on the bill. Like the time for people to like let that aggression out and have a mosh and
It's what people were waiting for.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's the anticipation I think got everyone. They were like, oh, okay, we're gonna like listen to some cool bands, and then we've got Deficit,
I'm really
Yeah.
waiting for
and
it.
then I'm gonna punch someone.
Smack bang in the middle of the night, and it's just like, all right, here we are.
Yeah.
Time to like,
Hell yeah. Everyone's just the
Time
perfect
shit
amount of
up.
drunk.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Word. Speaking on your relationship with your fans, how would you kind of describe that? Would you
I
say it's
I would describe them as some of the kindest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone's just really like, friendly to one another, except in the pit apparently. Everyone's happy to come and say hello, and they always like come and tell us stories about like oh, we saw you here, or this is my first time seeing you, and you guys just brought the energy, and I had so much fun, and yeah, and everyone's always just got nice things to say say to us and each other, and there's a bit of camaraderie around it. I've noticed, and yeah, it's just something that I don't see a lot anymore with like when going to shows, like, so
What do you
it makes me really,
think's-
it's pretty special to me.
yeah, what do you think's missing from the current scene at the moment?
Yeah,
That
You
relationship
think
with
that
fans.
camaraderie?
that
is missing?
camaraderie, like
Mm.
I don't know, like everyone's kind of just like like standing cross-armed, they're just kind
Nodding.
of sort of judgy, and I'm like, come on, just like we're all
Sometimes
here.
that is
Let's get
me
in
in a
there.
gig though. Not
Yeah.
in a judgy way, in an overstimulated way.
Yeah, just like, oh, there's so much going on right now.
Yeah.
Right? And you gotta do that sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta chill in the back for a bit. But
Yeah.
I think there's also a time to just kind of build that relationship with the band and be like, yeah, you guys were fucking sick. And
Yeah.
it's all about community.
Like-
Oh, yeah.
We're all, the same. It's just come have a chat, come hang out.
Mm.
Do you think having just get both? You'll just get both of them. Do you think having that kind of relationship with your fans makes it more fun to make music?
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's why I like making music and performing music, because it's like gives me a chance to just connect with other people, and
Yeah.
like when people come up to me after a show and like just talk to me and stuff, like I'm a very, very introverted person, so it's like it's always nice to like have people come up to me and just have a chat and like talk, and
Yeah.
and that's what makes it all worthwhile in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. As a little small nonchalant segue into songwriting, the kind of relationship that you have with your fans, do you think having that positive and relationship and camaraderie with your fans sort of allows you to be almost a little bit more experimental and sort of put out the things that make you happy and make you excited
Yeah,
in music making?
absolutely, and that's paramount in all of our songwriting. Like, if so, like in our songwriting process, I'll most of the time, like it's just me behind a computer, like writing to a feeling, and I'm like always thinking about like how are other people going to be reacting, um, in that moment when that's being played on stage, and how am I like on stage, you know, like reacting to what's going on with the music, and how can I bring that all together and make it such an exciting experience that we all can feel together. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Speaking of that, was that kind of what you wanted to do with the DEATHSTYLE EP?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like we went a little bit more experimental with this release. You know, deriving more from the more metal aspects of our taste in music. You know,
Who were your influences for this record?
my influences for the record.
Yeah.
Was it different for each member, do you think?
It's definitely different for myself compared to the other boys, because they come from like a more traditional metal, hardcore sort of background. Like they love Machine Head, they love Fear Factory, they love Slipknot and like Metallica and all those bands. And I'm like the hip hop head. So
Dude, that so came through.
Yeah.
It really did.
I was saying like it's very 90s,
yeah,
like kind of old school hip hop
makes it
vibes.
fun though.
yeah, exactly. So like my two biggest influences are Biggie Smalls and Fred Durst, and then you've got obviously like Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, all those guys. So for writing for Deficit as a project, it's just like it's all about bringing those two genres and like styles of music together and making them one. And I think we do it okay. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you are. You're blending them really well.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that is what's kind of missing as well at the moment. Or it's what's, you know, so exciting in metal at the moment is that blend of genres.
Yep.
And what's making it fun.
Exactly.
I think, yeah.
We've been repeatedly talking about, me and Grace, that we think fun metal and fun hardcore music is a recession indicator.
Yep.
We think people can't afford to not be having a good time
People
right
need to have
now.
fun.
People are craving a good time. Even people in the metal and hardcore community who have notoriously been angry.
Yep, absolutely. Like there's so much shit going on in the world right now. It's just awful, and you know people are fighting, and it's not great to see. So to be able to provide an outlet for that aggression and a time for people to, you know, forget what's going on and just let it out and have fun and be together is just really important.
And yeah, that's how I felt at the gig for sure. Like especially in DEATHSTYLE when that was playing, like "Oh Baby Shake Your Ass on the Dance Floor."
Yep.
Dude,
It's happening.
if I can mosh to that, are you
Yep.
kidding me? That's like
Yes.
having fun and letting out all my anger at the same time.
Yep.
Which is what everyone needs right now.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
I'm
And
glad it had that effect on you, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
it's the intended purpose. It's working.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
As well as the fun themes, though, there are also some quite dark themes in your music and surrounding the record. How do you think you find that balance between having fun and then also speaking about those issues?
I think it comes pretty naturally. Like, for example, Final Boss. That started me and Mac. We're in his bedroom in Greystanes, and subconsciously at that time, I was not in a good place. Like, I was in a not like I didn't know it at the time, but I was in kind of an abusive relationship with someone that had total control over everything of me at that time. And then I was planning to relocate my life up to the Gold Coast with that person. And Mac was like spitballing ideas with lyrics, and then we kind of just wrote this song that subconsciously, like, I needed at the time. Strength through adversity, the strength to carry on. And like, even recording that song at the time of recording the whole EP, like, that was when I was like practically living between Sydney and the Gold Coast, and I was I brought a truckload of stuff up with me to when I recorded that album, and then I was like so angry and stressed, and didn't really know it, and I was taking it out on the boys, and I was taking it out on everyone else too, and like the performance, like listening back on it now, I can like hear it in the voice and the delivery of that, and when at the end of last year, listening back to the final product when it was all mixed and mastered, like that song up still now, it like helps me like to feel better, and like, gives me the strength to carry on with, like, say, DEATHSTYLE, for example. That's everyone needs a bit of fun, and we wrote that just kind of on the fly. Like, it was 2 days before we went up and recorded, or a week before we went up and recorded. I had like a little bit of something, like a rap beat that I had recorded, and then we were sitting in the studio, just like spitballing ideas off the top of our heads for lyrics and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what, Matt Honeycutt, Kublai Khan, he's always telling people to shake their ass and shit like that and get down, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna put it in a song. Yeah. And have a bit of fun,
And the juxtaposition of it just works beautifully.
Yeah, like, you gotta like, there's times for like serious shit, and then there's times where you just gotta have fun.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
It's like, just don't take yourself too seriously, but you can also use it as an outlet.
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely.
And I think that's what metal should be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after this huge gig, what's next for you guys? What's coming up for Deficit?
What's coming up? We are playing a show in Sydney with Fit for a King and Boundaries at the Crowbar.
There's a Crowbar in Sydney as well.
Yeah. So there was a Crowbar here. I'm not sure where it used to be or whatever, but long-standing venue for ages. And then there's a venue in Sydney called the Bald-Faced Stag. When that changed to Crowbar, the Crowbar here shut down, and for years it was just Crowbar Sydney. And then last year the Zoo shut down, and then I was so stoked when they announced that they changed it to the Crowbar, and I was like, finally, Brisbane's got the Crowbar,
Got
Crowbar
some
back.
kind of hardcore venue.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
good.
Like, I love the bright side, but it's good to see another one as well.
Right? We need more than one.
You need variety.
Yeah.
Especially you can't fit all the hardcore bands in one venue.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially not the bright side. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude,
Even with
Sleeper,
both stages.
everyone was like packed in like sardines.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, I love the energy,
Stinky.
but
Yep.
it's stinky.
Yeah,
Stinky. So
absolutely.
stinky.
And then like people trying to get through and stuff, like, I don't know how many people were packed into that little room when we played, but it looked full as, and then there was apparently still like hundreds of people out where like in that other stage, and I'm like, wow, this place is packed out. Like,
it's the busiest I've seen the bright side in like a while.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
What have you been listening to lately? What's on?
Ooh.
Do you use
What's your
Spotify?
R&B?
Yeah.
Bit of Spotify. Like, I use Spotify for playlists because I don't really like Apple Music's playlist, but like general listening, I'll be Apple Music and whatnot.
Okay, well, what have you been listening to lately? What have you been?
It's smashing those new Amorosa singles. I don't know if you've checked them out. They're kind of like, I don't know what it is, but it like kind of reminds me of like older, I wouldn't say like 90s sort of like pop sort of stuff with like a emo edge. Be like maybe 80s like pop, sort of pop with an like a sort of emo edge to it. It's really cool. It's kind of like Slowly, which I've also been listening to.
Yeah.
Kind of like I've been listening to them a lot lately. The new Volumes record, I checked that out. I've been swinging that a bit. And a hell of a lot of Gideon, hell of a lot of Kublai Khan, because they're my gym bands.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
You have to just use Matthew Honeycutt as inspiration, to be honest.
Yeah, like
if it's not the music, it's him.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's one person I could aspire to be, it's him.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so if you could have a blunt rotation with any Aussie band, any Aussie musician, who would be your dream blunt rotation?
We'll go like 3 other people so far.
Yeah.
What kind of blunt are we talking about here?
Oh, just a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Just a normal
Not the magazine, just a cigarette. Oh, yeah. Okay. Does it have to be Aussie?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The Ocean Sleeper Boys, Mad Love. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a hard question. There's a band from Perth that I've been absolutely digging at the moment. They're called Indigo Blaze. They do this like Aussie sort of rap stuff. Like it's kind of like 28 Days. I don't know if you've like heard of them. And I want to say like Bliss and Esso chilling it sort of like rap style, but they've got like this like prog metal sort of new metal vibe to it. They're killing it, and I'd love to be able to share a cigarette with them. And there's a band from Western Sydney. They're not really a band anymore, but they're like a really great influence of mine. They're called DVSR. They bring that like Western Sydney like drill rap sort of stuff to a prog metal sort of thing.
What's that name again?
DVSR. They used to be.
On my homework list.
I'm gonna listen to that later.
They used to be called Devastator, but they rebranded to DVSR. Yeah, there's just a magic that band brought to the scene that I have not seen since, and they could have had like the biggest career ever, I think. I don't know, I've loved them for so long, so I'm probably speaking out of bias here, but yeah, like they was something special. I miss that band every day, and every time we bring up tours and stuff like that, I'm like, guys, can we bring them back? Can we do it? I think there'd be a lot of old heads that'd be like, oh my god.
I think that's all the questions we have. Is there anything you want to add, plug, propaganda to spread?
Propaganda to spread, hey? Yeah. Oh. Check out our new EP, DEATHSTYLE. It's streaming everywhere. Socials, Deficit Music Us on Instagram. I think it's the same on Facebook. If you like this interview, please check out Sound Obscura. And yeah, that's it.
Thanks for being here.
That's all right. Anytime. Thank you for having me.
All right.
See you guys next time.
See you guys later.